All right. All right. Blender open. Gonna open up. What is that software I like to use? And I totally forgot about it. Clip Studio. How did I forget? How did I forget? Start a new file here. Let's find. Okay. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of drawing, a little bit of sculpting, a little bit of everything. Might give. Nah, I'm gonna just get started. I'm gonna get this concept down as soon as possible so we can keep moving. So, for anyone that starts this stream later, that this video or this stream is going to be me designing my D&D character, basically. I'm going to be doing a D&D campaign with some people at work, and I'm really excited for it because I've never done D&D before, and so I want to take some time to sketch out my character and even give him a little bit of a sculpt while I talk about my character creation process, right? So first thing I like to do is draw the character's face. So what I'm going to do is just start a simple sketch here. And I figured this out watching somebody else draw faces. They draw two circles instead of one. I think that makes a lot of sense. It helps identify the front of the head and the back of the head, and this is the head as a whole. So that really does good. Also, I'm going to change the color of the background to something a little bit more pleasing for me. There we go. And now let's get back to drawing. I don't know if this color is going to show up the best. Let me start with a different color for this particular background. Probably something on the yellower side of things. Yeah. We could also go black or gray. I think gray is good. And it's the Q brush. I want the fine line. All right. So start with the head. And you know what? I'm going to do a front view first. So I'm going to do a top circle here. And then I'm going to do a center line. Drag out my chin so I know where that's going to be. And then I'm going to draw. So the ears, we do this like this. This is where the eyes are. So the ears are right about here. Like so. And so if the ears are there, then the jaw is here, down to here. So we're going to give him a pretty decently thick chin. Decently thick chin. and he's still a young guy. If he was a bit older, his head shape would be. I like to draw like adult heads, a bit more with their jaws, kind of like so. It kind of, I don't know. It looks more. I think it looks a bit more manly. Like like this is a kid. This is a full grown man. Like that's kind of how I imagine it. But it's whatever. Back to drawing the face. So I'm going to mark off where I think the cheeks are. So we're going to draw this line from here to there. What's good, Mr. Kelly Johnson? Thanks for the $2, bro. Appreciate you always showing up with some love, man. Today, I don't know if you caught my spiel, but I am designing my D&D character. I'm going to be doing a D&D campaign with some coworkers at work, and well, you would assume they'd be from work because they're my coworkers. Anyway, and I'm going to design my character for the D&D campaign, and so I'm taking some time to sketch that out. And so I'm just getting some like ideas of what I want the character to look like real quick before I go into Blend because we will be sculpting. I just want to actually figure out what I want my guy to look like. You feel me? I don't need to do all the structure and stuff. I can just, I just wanted to get a better layout of the head before I committed too hard to one thing or another. Movie head short. It's Blender, right? Yeah, today we will be sculpting in Blender. But right now I'm just drawing out my the idea for the character. It shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna be extra quick about things this time around because I usually take forever to do shit. So um, but yeah, we will be sculpting in a Blender. This is just to get an idea of what I want the character to look like. And I know you can draw in Blender. I just would rather not. Until I figure it out a bit better. Until I figure it out a bit better, I'm gonna stick to drawing other programs personally. D, when does the open Q&A start? It starts at we're gonna be ending at like 11:30, I think. When are we ending again? Let me see. Hold up. Hey. Yeah, okay, we're ending at 11. So open Q&A will start at 10:30. That's when open Q&A will start. And I might do something different with these eyes. We will see. Get these eyebrows going. Yeah, yeah. Right now, because when I do open Q&A, I like to actually show you examples of what it is I'm talking about. It's hard to just give you an answer while I'm working because it's like basically I'm just telling you I'm giving you some verbal advice and then saying all right, now go take this verbal advice and figure it out. But it's like there's only so much people can do with that. So I try to dedicate time to actually answering questions. Um, yeah, here we go. Get this nose in here. Then I mean, that's an okay face. Let's try some different things. So what I like to do is I'm gonna just draw a few different faces and give them a few different like moods and see which one I like out of the heads that I drew. So I do a few different faces. We're not gonna stay on this for too long. I'm gonna try to make this part not take the longest, but it is important because for me anyway, drawing out my ideas helps me figure it out in 3D. Because that way I don't have to do that much guesswork when I get into the 3D program. Let's see here. Something like this, and then we'll draw the eyebrow over here. Okay, and we might give him some slightly different eyes. Some bigger eyes, maybe. If his eyes are bigger, that means he's a bit younger, but that chin does not agree with that. So we're going to get rid of that. And we're just going to go with the simple chin. Give him a nostril. And he is black. He is a brother. Give him some brother lips. And come down like so. And do something like that. Let's give him some brother lips real quick. Nah, it's not waking for me. It's not working for me. Let's try. Let's go this way. Let's do a bit more of a boxy head than for this one. I do like these proportions. Get the eyebrow line right here. Get the eye line right here. It's the top of the dome. Get the two ridges for the nose. Bring it out this way. This is the cheek. It goes this way. And then we can get the lips. Go like this. Have the chin come out just a little bit. Go out in the back like so. Put the ear right here. And start mapping out where the cheeks are. So we can give this guy some actual definition. This is the nose. This is where the nostril comes in. Eyes, gonna do a bit more, just straight up square eyes. I'm looking down. And for this guy, he has hair, but he's a humanoid dragonborn. So I think I'm gonna experiment with giving him some horns too. Yeah, something like this. Maybe give him an earring. Ooh, no, I like clip earrings a bit better than piercings, personally. Give him something like that. Maybe we'll also reduce that chin just a wee little bit. I'm liking that quite a bit, actually. I'm liking this one. Let's do another one real quick. Let me go on ahead and scale these heads down. Move them off to the side. And let's keep working. I just want to, again, I'm just trying to get some ideas down real quick before we get started. I'm liking that idea. I'm thinking, let's try for a more anime type head. See how that gets it. See how that goes. See where that gets us. There we go. Ha. Figured out my English. All right, we'll try this. A little bit of that there. So that's where the eyes are gonna be. Here's the eyebrows. And you know what? We're gonna experiment with giving them some personality. So we're gonna make him like cocky, like he's ready for action. His eyebrows might be a little far apart for that. There we go. And we'll give him right. You don't necessarily see the bridges of noses too often in anime. The the eye actually makes up the shape that would be the bridge of the nose, believe it or not. That's why going from contemporary to drawing like anime could be a bit challenging for some. That's definitely challenging for me. And I totally just switched my color by accident like a doofball. Yeah, we need to. We're gonna make them. We need to actually give the eyes the slant that they deserve for that particular emotion. There we go. There we go. And we'll have him looking forward. Like that. Give that little ridge there. Yeah, God damn it, I did it again. Move my fingers. All right, there we go. Yeah, give him one of them nice big old cocky smirks. But that still, it just doesn't look right. I'm really liking the that one I did. Like, okay, we're gonna do one more head, and then we're gonna call it for that. And then we're gonna do a quick sketch of the body, and then we're gonna get started sculpting him. I don't like that head. I don't like it. I don't like it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do myself a favor. So go back to one of my roots. I used to draw heads like this. I used to start with the eye, get as close up on that mug as possible, and then I would switch to the other one. Get the other eye in there, like so. And we'll hit that so that forms that little ridge. Bring the nose out. Make sure the nostril comes out like this. Get the other one. Okay, and then we can get a smirk going there. And there we go. Put the chin there. Put that there. Move that up a bit. Get the ear. And then for his horns, what can we do with those? What if we put them? What if his horns are blocking his ears? What if we did something like put his horns like this or something? Nah. Nah. But this face is definitely the most expressive. I like this face. Definitely like that face. All right, 5 more minutes. We'll get started with the body. I like that face. I think I want. Just want to get an idea of who this guy is. There we go. Okay. I think I'm starting to find it. I'm starting to find it, definitely. And I think for his horns, what if I just did something that kind of went off to the back a little bit, right on top of the ear. He could have horns, or I could make him scaly. Nice. Okay, let's see what it looks like. I think I'm gonna go with the scarf look. Okay, I think I like this head. I like this head the most. I like this head the most. And I think I might be able to duplicate that because I really like all the shapes and stuff going on over there. And so I think the chin needs to be brought down, the cheek needs to be brought down a bit. Chin. And we'll look down. And then we'll make this one down. We'll put this eyebrow up. Put it straight here. And then we'll open this one up. Put the ear here. Put the ear here. Okay. Yes. We're starting to get the look I'm going for. Yep. I found it. I found it. Ha. I like this face. Boom, boom. We like these two. So now we're going to make a new layer. Cover this one up. Just going to do a few different body sketches. All right, so put the head up here. Look at the torso here. We'll put one leg here. We'll put one leg here. And I'm gonna just be real. I think you should learn how to draw if you're going to be doing 3D. I think drawing is actually very important when you're doing 3D. Because if you're like, let's say you're out and about, and you think of some sweet concept, right? But you don't necessarily have your computer in front of you. It's way easier to pull out a notepad and sketch out your idea than it is to, um, at least for me anyway, than it is to come up with idea right there on the spot when you're starting to sculpt. Because your art like what you drew, it'll give you some idea of like what your references should be, all that good stuff. Um, so that's a decent pose here. Let's bring out that back of the head a little bit more. Neck should be curved out like that. And my character is a fighter, so he's gonna be he's definitely gonna have big shoulders. Cause I've been boxing. You need shoulders to do work properly. You definitely need them shoulders. All right, most definitely. Um, Thinking maybe we could also experiment with potentially giving him a headband. We'll see how that goes. Again, he is a fighter, so um, I don't know if he should be topless though. He should probably have some type of armor. I'm gonna put him in some of those classic fighter short pants or whatever. But give him some big stuffy pants up top like this. I'm gonna give him his regular normal muscles, but I think I'm gonna wrap his arms up, his forearms up with wraps. Yes. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bum, bada bing, bada boom, bada bum. All right. As far as shoes go, I don't know. We'll start off with some simple knee guards with van braces, and then we'll take this simple idea and expand on it a little bit. I'm gonna give myself until 9:15 to sketch out these ideas, so we're gonna be moving fast. I do not care about the overall like quality of everything. I'm really just trying to get down some simple ideas. This is really the focus, is to just jot some stuff down, see how you feel about it. So just literally start pulling crap out of your brain. So he can have a pouch here of some kind. Gotta have it attached to his pants in some way. Um, maybe maybe he has uh maybe some standard like fighting gi or something like that. Like maybe some shit like this. Maybe he has a wrap around his forearm. He could have some type of dragon tattoo or something because he is dragonborn. He's a dragonborn that's half human. So a dragonborn found him a human, and the human she was so badass. The dragonborn was like, God damn, God damn, and then they made my boy right here. You feel me? Um, so okay, this is one design. That's cool. We can work with that. We can work with that. Don't forget his we need to give him these horns and shit. Let's give him. And we could the horns aren't necessarily set in stone. We could forego the horns. I'm still on the fence about it a little bit, to be honest. Because I do remember another race of people have a hard time in D&D because they have horns that look like demons. It could be part of his story that because he's part dragonborn, people think he's a demon. That could be interesting. So I'm definitely gonna consider that. And then for the van braces, you want the actual segments of the van brace. Yeah. Ooh, next one. That's what I'm gonna go. Okay, so this is one. This is good. We'll call this one sketch. We'll actually shrink it really small. Move it up here. Boom. Next sketch. Um, we're going to do pose from a different angle. We're going to start making the body. Cut it off right about here. And this is the back. The shoulder is going to be front a little bit because he's doing a cool pose. And we're going to have this shoulder come up as well. And we're going to have him like doing something on his arm or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Oh, no. Actually have him look down. That's cool. We can have characters looking down. And make the back of his head go like that. There we go. The legs. My leg. They come this way. Then we're gonna have him. What type of get up? What type of get up? What type of get up? What if, because he's a fighter. Since he's a fighter, let's do quick Google search here. Fighter. It's always smart to have reference somewhere when you're doing this type of stuff so you can kind of get an idea of what you're doing and how you want to do it. So, he doesn't have to have like anything super fancy. Um, he's not a rogue or anything, so we won't give him a hood. We will experiment with thicker pants, though. I do like the idea of giving him some sort of thicker, longer pants that go a bit further down. Gonna grab this Control T, bring it down a little bit so we can draw everything. It'll also help us get the proportions right. Fitted. The foot is abysmal. There we go. That's a bit better. That foot's a bit better. That one foot was pretty bad. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know how much I like these pants. I've never really drawn pants like this before. But that's what I'm looking at. And it seems to work for some people. And you know, just adding some straps and stuff. Let's see, what other designs could we add here? Let's maybe give him. What if these pants are like form fitting, like so, and then they go up to his shirt, and we gave him like more of a straight up ninja outfit or something. Like, what if he's a ninja that foregoes the art of sneaking around in favor of more direct action? Kind of like that. Because he's too powerful. Like, he's too powerful to be sneaking around. He's that guy. He don't have time to be sneaking around. He can just run that fade right now. You don't got time to be sneaking around when he can just run the fade right then and there. You feel me? Um, so this is cool. Give him his ears here, and then maybe he has satchel for his weapons and shit. Like maybe we give him a knife right here, so he has a belt that holds this knife. He has some tools on his other leg here, something like that. What the time is? All right, we got 3 minutes to come up with one other idea, and then we're gonna get started. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna lean towards this, to be honest. I didn't give myself a whole lot of time because I'm pretty sure you people expect sculpting from me. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly positive. And then we will experiment with do something like this, yeah. And then we'll give him we'll make him shirtless, but we'll give him a bunch of armor and stuff. So like he'll have some armor right here that like covers up his arm. He'll have some more armor up here. So he doesn't necessarily have like a shirt or anything on, but he's like covered up in armor. I like that idea. I like that idea. Like like he could have like, if we imagine this is a neck and shoulder region. Right? He could have like armor on his like shoulders that strap together on either side, like so. I think I like that. I think I like this idea. And then he could even have like some shoulder armor and stuff. Okay, yeah. All right. So we got our ideas. We got our ideas. We know what sort of faces we want. I'm gonna move this over to the other screen. Gonna pull up Blender, and we're gonna get sculpting. So what we're going to do is we're going to proportion out our character I'm going to move this to the side, Shift A, mesh, plane. I'm going to tab, rotate on the x-axis 90 degrees. I'm going to go to my units, and because I'm American, I need the imperial system. I'm going to go to this drop down arrow here, viewport overlays, and get the edge length. So this is 6'5" or 6'6" because it's scale this down. So 6'5" is like 6.4 something. We're just gonna call it that. No, it can't be that though. We'll call it that. And so this is as tall as our character is going to be. Clear that, and now we know how small this cube needs to be for us to properly make our character. So let's start with hitting Control 3. Go onto the modifiers, apply it. Then we're going to turn off that. Bring this up on the Z-axis. This is the head. Scale it down a little bit more. And go to sculpt mode and get started sculpting. So I'm going to be using the grab brush in the start, and I'm really only concerned about the proportions and the overall look of the character. Not too concerned about any sort of detail right now at all, really. Not worried about detail, I'm just worried about the silhouette. And try to keep reminding yourself what part of the process you're on so that you don't begin to lose focus. For the head, keep in mind that the back of the head is always a bit bigger than the front of the head. That'll help you proportion out your faces a bit better. So, just looking at my sketches, you want to make sure that you keep your references close. Pull out the nose. Mouth, pull out the chin a little bit. And then we can come in here, add a little bit of that indent that's in here. There we go. decent face shape. Let's go in and fix it up from the side as well. Just want to make sure that I am getting exactly what it was I'm imagining. There it is. Get some of this back here. Some of this back there. Okay. All right. That looks good. That looks great. That looks great. All right. We're going to go back to object mode, make a new cube, Control 3, Control A, and we're just going to bring this up on the Z-axis and scale it down. So this is going to be, we'll just make it the neck. Go into sculpt mode. Oop, I did not turn on X-axis mirror. Turn on X-axis mirror before you get started with all that. We're just gonna sort of noodle this neck out here. Let's get that shaped out properly. Go on here, get this, sculpt it like that. Yes, there we go. Get the neck right. It's always important. You want to get that in there as soon as possible. We need this front part to start coming out. And we need to make sure, so the traps are the thing that make that shape. So your neck kind of has this a similar taper in the fact that the back is a bit wider than the front. So keep that in mind as well. But also get this neck up here. There we go, like that. Like that. Put this in, bring that out, put that in, bring it out. All right. Even bring that out a little bit more. Bring this up. Yeah, okay. That's the neck. Object mode, Shift A, cube. Control 3, Control A. Bring it up. It's going to be the body. Or, you know, the chest area, the upper torso. Going to segment everything off to make our lives a bit easier. I did it again. All right, here's what you can do if you forget to turn on X-axis mirror. If you have a mesh machine, just fix your mistakes real quick and then get back to work. Whoops.
And I, mother. All right, there we go. There we go. There it is. There it is. Well, that's what we were looking for. That's what we needed from life. That's what we needed for liberty and the pursuit of happiness. All right, there we go. Boom. And we're going to bring this back down so that it matches what we did earlier. Back this to chesticles. Get these mad chesticle regions in here. You feel me? Right. Oh, D. How do you get texture nodes to work well with the lighting boy shader? Um, as far as like image textures, you really just want to use image textures with is it is it 1030? But you want to use image textures with uh you want to make sure that the image textures are just the diffuse. So like or well, you can use normal maps as well. You can use textures in a few different ways, but like it depends. So really like I don't know. It's hard to explain without giving you an example, but basically, you want to whatever character you're making after you're done sculpting it or whatever, and you done your retopology, and when you're texturing it, texture it in a way that you want it to look as far as the toon shader goes, and really focus on flat colors and stuff, and like hand painted looks for textures. That'll give you the best result. You can use your normal map from your sculpt still to get more of the effects from the Lightning Boy shader, but I'd have to show you because I don't remember all the steps off the top of my head. But you can use normal maps and stuff to enhance your details. Okay, I like that. That looks good. We're going to. I'm not wasting any time. Make another cube. Going to Control 3, Control A. Bring it up, scale it down. This is the midsection. X-axis mirror. Ha! I didn't forget it. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay, stop. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. And that like I said, I'm I can't really like go too in depth with it at the moment, but you can use them to enhance your character. You have to like you do your normal character creation process as if it were a normal character, and then you apply the textures in a slightly different way to get the results you're looking for. Can you show it during the Q&A, like if you get a reptile scale texture, how can I get it to work with the LBS? Well, like I said, well, like, it depends on what you want to use the texture for. So, like, if you want a reptile scale that's just the diffuse, um, or like the diffuse and the normal map, depending on how the lizard scales were made, it might not look as toon shady as you're looking for. But if you use the normal map with black colors on top of it, that might work for you. Um, but yeah, let's get another cube. We're speed running this. We're speed running. We need to sculpt fast. We can sculpt quick and fast and in a hurry. Sculpt mode. X. He does have to have some type of buttocks region. Here we go. Get that in there. Get that in there. Let's get that up. Get that up. Move that down a bit. Go back to this one. Move this down a bit. Move this in some as well. We can actually get this muscle right here. We can start getting this muscle settled on top of the other one, like so. So make life a bit easier later on. Get that looking right. Then we'll come down here. Get this. Okay. Move this under just a little bit more. Okay. Right. And gonna bring this whole section up just a little bit. Bring that whole shit up. Gonna bring this in and up as well. Can you? Yeah, no, I read that one. Ha. Okay, there we go. Booyakasha. um, Here we go. Okay, so check my rule. We're going to Shift A, make another one, and we're gonna make the legs now. We don't need X-axis mirror. A tip for sculpting: try to simplify your sculpts like you would simplify a drawing. That's why I'm saying drawing is important uh, to become better at sculpting, because if you are used to drawing and simplifying your shapes into cylinders and cubes and all that, then that will translate to when you're trying to simplify your sculpts. You wouldn't start a drawing from the intricate details, you would start it from the broad forms, especially when you're just starting out. If you're like a master, like you shouldn't, when you're trying to start out some, you shouldn't try to emulate the master's techniques as far as how they go about it right off the rip. You really want to study the structure of things first, and then develop um your own cheats and stuff, as you progress. That's a good leg. We don't need that. What we can do is object set origin to 3D cursor. Mirror that. Goody goody gumdrops. So I'm thinking
thinking Homeboy's torso might be a bit large. So I'm going to scale his head down a little bit. And I'm going to scale the rest of this down too. And then we could even no time for hesitation, only time for action. We know what we want, we know what we're looking for. Lord Dragon, don't know how I rated twice, but here we are. You rated me, bro? Holy shit! Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how any of that works, but nice. I'm glad you're here. How are you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. We are just here cobbling shit together. You feel me? Oh, we got a new follower. Someone's following Sly the Fox. God damn it! I need to move chat so I can see the followers. Ryu Deacon is now following. Thank you, Ryu Deacon. Hey, let's go. Griffin VR chat. Yeah, you like making those mystical creatures. I like that. I like that, bro. I love me some mystical creatures. You feel me? What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite mythical type creature? Creature straight from the Iliad. Oh, well, oh shit. Okay, aside from dragons, aside from the obvious one that's super obvious, like any other one aside from dragons. Yes, fair enough. Fair enough, Lord Dragon. But anything besides that, do you have a favorite aside from the winged creatures of death? Oh well, I mean, you did make a griffin, so that's also fair enough. I would have to say I think I'm a big fan of werewolves. I'm not gonna hold you. Werewolves are really cold. I like werewolves way more than I like vampires. I'm not gonna hold you, like because now I when I was younger, I thought that like vampires were all like a specific type, especially since I grew up on Twilight. And so because of that, werewolves have always just been like super cold to me. I don't know, like werewolves have always been the most bad. Like vampires are usually depicted as like snotty, uptight assholes. You feel me? Werewolves are always gritty, getting it out the mud. You feel me? Like werewolves seem like they be going through it a lot more than vampires do, and I appreciate the struggle. As a fellow brother, as a fellow struggling brother, I appreciate the struggle. No, but for real, werewolves have the cooler. I think their powers are cooler, bro. Like these motherfuckers transform from a regular whack looking human to a straight up half wolf, half human hybrid that's stronger and faster than either one put together. It's so cold. Vampires are just humans that got sharp teeth. Yes, exactly. Werewolves are the working man's creature. Absolutely, spitting nothing but facts. Every time you come in here, bro, you just start spitting facts, bro. I don't know what it is, bro, but it's just that was pure facts. Facts. Okay. Werewolves are the shit. Definitely, most definitely. And you know what? I think I think this is what I'm gonna do for the knee. I'm gonna actually just make this the lower leg, and I'm gonna do something else for the knee. I'm gonna do something else for the knee. I made a werewolf VTuber not too long ago, and it was in the style of Hellboy comics. Hell yeah, that's legit, bro. Yeah, I'm. You know, people, my circle. You know, I've been talking to them about how like what the best way is for me to progress, as far as like building a business and you know, really getting my name out there a bit more as far as like my character work. Because my I have a life goal. I have a goal that I want to achieve uh, with my life, and that's the story I want to make. But I feel like I have the skills to do it, but a lot of stuff keeps popping up. You know, like life in general. I need more money to be fully stable in order to make the project. But I feel like I keep putting it off for other things. But my advisors have advised me that you know since it's my life's goal, I have my whole life, and so because I have my whole life, you know, bump it. You know, I think they're right. I think I need to just shift my focus into doing more contemporary stuff um, for like general audiences and not necessarily put my project like on the back burner, but like just make sure that the rest of my life is in tip top order before I um, really get going on that project because I really wanted to succeed. Um, but I also, you know, like I said, you know, the economy is the way it is right now. You know, we all got to make different moves, and so I might be switching up gears pretty hard pretty soon. So we're gonna see what that looks like in the future. I did tell you about that project before. It's a really important project for me. Um, like I said, it's like it's literally the reason I keep going on. Is because I still have to do that project. That's my purpose for existence. And so, but I need to put other things in place before I can really hit the ground running with it. So I think I'm just going to take the advice I got and focus on building up my name and all that stuff. Oh no! That's something completely different. I'm still gonna finish that. That was so I could start and finish a project. So I'm still gonna finish that. Um, I just need. I'm right now. I'm doing some things to get my portfolio together so I can, you know, like I said, get myself out there to a few different people. So I just my priorities have shifted due to my money situation shifting. You feel me? So D, do you think Queen's Flip is funny or a dumb clown? I actually have no idea who that is. So I can't say one way or the other, to be honest with you. If we're being 100% real with each other, you feel me? I have no clue who that is. If you could enlighten me, and I can look them up and see what they're about and then make my judgment afterwards. But I have no idea. What Queen's Flip? I don't even know what that is. I don't want to. I know. In any other stream, I would have just stopped what I was doing and looked it up right now. But I swear to God, that's the reason that I be sculpting so slow, and I'm not gonna keep doing it to myself, man. I gotta, bro. We need to be sculpted with speed, bro. We need to be like, you feel me, like, cause I know y'all are entertained by my lovely voice and my uh witty and hyper intelligent banter. But you know, I'm certain you're also here for the sculpting, and so I need to figure out how to sculpt faster to retain your attention. 52 strokes per second. Yo,
Um, he goes around acting crazy to famous rappers and such and gets in the fake fight. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Anybody that do all that pranking stuff, I'm really not with it like that. Cause in my opinion, to me, it just looks like you're out there bothering people that don't want to be bothered. Like, and maybe that's just because my life's mantra is to really like try not to bother people. But my goal, like, as far as like how I conduct myself in everyday society, I have one goal on an everyday basis. I have one goal, and that is to remain peaceful. I don't want any problems. I don't want anybody feeling like I'm making them uncomfortable. I don't want like, you know, I just want to leave people the hell alone. Real stuff, okay? I just want to leave people to their own devices, and so because I want them to leave me to my own devices. You feel me? Like I don't like being bothered like that. Unless it's unless you find and a female, you can bother me all you want. But like, just regular everyday people, I'm good. I really would just rather like not be bothered. And because I would rather not be bothered, I'm not about to be bothering nobody. That's the one lesson from that book that I wholeheartedly agree with is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Okay, because I'm telling you, karma is real. So shit. I ain't trying to bother nobody, bro. So yeah, them pranksters, bro, they get on my nerves because they go around bothering people. They go around doing exactly the thing that I try to avoid on a regular basis. They go around making people's days miserable for what? Some quick laughs on the internet. I don't even think this shit is funny. I don't even think this shit is that funny. In fact, I don't think it's funny even a little bit. You know what's funny? Dragon Ball Z Abridged. That shit is funny. You know what's funny? Hellsting Ultimate Abridged. That shit is funny. SAO Abridged is hilarious. Okay, Adler and Preach are hilarious. Okay, you just want to watch something funny real quick? Go watch some actual funny stuff. Like go cut on Dave Chappelle or Jim Gaffigan or some shit. Like why you gotta why you gotta ruin people's day? Like life is hard enough for motherfuckers, bro. It's life is hard enough, man. Just leave people alone. That's all I'm saying. I do not like the pranksters at all. Oh, let me apply that. Yeah, man. We're not trying to bother nobody out here. Out cheering these streets. Out cheering these streets, you feel me? These brothers acting wild out cheering these streets, man. Y'all can't be acting wild like that out cheering these streets like that, man. What y'all doing, man? Acting wild in these streets. You know the man not to get us, man. Let me stop. So yeah. I'm noticing that the speed of the sculpt is moving a bit faster than usual. I'm getting more of the forms that I want quickly and efficiently. This is what we want. This is what we need. We need to move with a purpose. All right? None of this lollygagging around. All right? We don't have time to lollygag around. It's only time for action. Time for duty. Time for action. Time for hardcore man decisions to be made. It's time to put on your American cap and go out there and fight for our country. Or don't, it's up to you. I wouldn't. Hell no. You would never catch me for this fucking country. Anyway. Anyway. Get this foot looking good though. That's what we need to be focused on is getting this foot looking good. Got all this here. He's probably gonna have some shoes on, so we're not gonna worry about the toes and whatnot. Not necessarily a toe kind of guy. Not necessarily a foot man myself. Don't really give that much of a F about feet. But they are important to the process nonetheless. It's funny as I was saying that I look over and that all I see is 52 strokes per second, bro. 52 strokes per second can go with so many different conversations. Oh shoot, bro. I know you did that on purpose too. I know you did, Lord Trek. You had to did that shit on purpose, bro. 52 strokes per second. Shoot, hey, it's probably, you could probably get away with being fast if you could get 52 strokes a second out. You feel me? Like, because they'll be done fast too. You feel me? Like, you can bust out 52 strokes a second. Yo, she's gone, bro. She's totally. You did your job. You could bust out 52 strokes a second. It don't, if you can bust out 52 strokes a second, it don't even matter. Oh my god. That's funny, bro. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. I had to do it. That shit was funny, bro. You get 52 strokes a second. 52 strokes a second is crazy. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I had to do it. I'm immature. I'm immature. What can you do? What can you do? I'm a grown ass child, bro. Okay. Did I leave high school? I don't know. I got my diploma though. All right. We're gonna x-axis this, x-axis that. We got our feet. What the time is? Dang. Still took half an hour to get this. I'm still. I feel like I'm moving faster, but I still feel like I'm moving slow, bro. What the fuck? I'm not even bullshitting like that. Try not to anyway. Yeah, the shoulder can be its own thing because shoulders are complicated. Actually, you know what? We just need to we need to move this. We still need to do some editing on this is what I'm saying. We need to get this looking right in such a way that we kind of allow some space for some shoulders. I'm stupid. I can't. Okay, all right. um yeah, there we go. Oh man, I'm hungry as hell. I didn't eat dinner today. That's what happened. I didn't even eat dinner. It might be a late day today, but I'm gonna have to definitely eat me something before I go to bed because I'm hungry as hell right now. My stomach just hit me. Y'all ever been doing something and been completely fine, not even thinking about food, and then all of a sudden your stomach hits you like, so where's dinner at, bro? You feel me? Like your body ever hit you with one of those? Like, hey, we haven't had any food in a minute. What you been doing? That's what my body's saying to me right now, bro. My body's like, brother, I know you're super busy being Omega awesome and all that, but about this food situation or lack thereof. Yeah. And also, another sculpting tip. I think I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it again. Always stay at the lowest level of detail possible for as for as long as you can, for as long as possible. Because if you can and will get caught up in trying to make all the details, and that will slow down your process as well. So you really want to get as much information down as you can without um, going too high in the subdivision levels. Just to give them, I just want to give them a little bit of a chest indication there. Oh man, wow, them hunger pains came in hard, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't understand what my stomach is going through right now, bro. Woo, man, that's wild. I didn't know I was that hungry. Uh, nah, 0.01 is too much. 0.1, remesh this bad boy. Ooh, that's too little. So we'll go 0.06. That should be good enough for now. We don't need a lot. Yeah, we don't need a lot. We only need a little bit. Only need a little bit. Don't get too crazy, kids. Don't get too crazy. Don't want to start going too ham on these details. Again, just really want to focus on getting these landmark shapes. And since he's shirtless, we will be making muscles. Muscles! Thicker muscles! Manlier muscles! Like a man! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Manly muscles. You feel me? Get some manliness in here, buddy. Oh, oh. I know y'all can see the pure, unadulterated testosterone emanating from this character. Okay, let me stop. I'm crazy, bro. But smooth this area out. And his arms are going to be out in the A pose. So want to bring this deltoid down. If his arms were straight down, then we'd probably put the deltoid somewhere like here. Right, but because his arms are going to be up in the A pose, we want to keep them relatively at an angle. There we go. Just like that. And we can start getting some of these back landmarks here. Like I'm certain he does have his shoulder blades coming out. I'm certain of it. Because if you're a fighter, you definitely got your shoulder blades out, guys. Definitely. Absolutely. Almost certainly. Got your shoulder blades out, guys. Your trap muscles are probably pretty well defined as well. This is all little detail stuff. All little detail stuff. Not even thinking about the big stuff right now, or little stuff right now. It's all in the wrist. Just want to get that landmark in there for the collarbone. And we can add there. Move the collarbone up a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. And you want it. Collarbone's like a bicycle handle, so it goes in the back like that. Definitely not that prominent, but you want to put something there to indicate that form being there. I'm just rounding this out just a little bit. Okay, don't get too lost in that. We need to make the rest of this. And we will right now. Aha! So we're gonna do mode this. And we need to shrink it down, rotate her around. All right, there we go. And we can bring that up like so. Okay. We can bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. There we go. Like so. All right. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Goddamn cat drinking milk out the bowl. Get out the bowl. That shit was hilarious, dog. I'm gonna watch that shit later, bro. Kevin Hart stand-ups were so funny, man. Man, growing up with Kevin Hart was fire, dude. Growing up with Kevin Hart was awesome. All right, chat. Favorite comedians, go. All four of you. Favorite comedians. Let's hear it. My favorite one is Dave Chappelle. Second favorite, Jim Gaffigan. Third favorite, Kevin Hart. I put Jim Gaffigan as my second favorite because I can watch him with my mom's and not like have her start, oh, all these curse words, all the profanity, even though she grew up with Eddie Murphy. But that's something different. Hey, Richard Pryor, let's go. The GOAT. The GOAT. The GOAT. Absolutely. Absolutely, I recognize. I sure do, friend. Absolutely. Richard Pryor was hilarious. That's why Eddie Murphy was so funny, because of Richard Pryor. Him and Richard Pryor was friends and shit. He be talking shit with Richard Pryor and shit. Man, bro, Richard Pryor. I don't know. People don't forgot about my man's. I mean, George Carlin died, and people been on that tip a little bit. Yeah, him and Pierce Morgan. No. What is my brother's name? Oh my God. If he the GOAT, why are you putting people above him? Oh, because he's the GOAT in like overall society. But for me personally, I got people that I enjoy a bit more, because Richard Pryor is a bit before my time. And so Eddie Murphy is too. But like, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily put Eddie Murphy above Richard Pryor, but like, I just, I, I vibe with a bit more of the jokes from like Dave Chappelle and Jim Gaffigan and all them because like I don't know, like I said, they're talking more about shit that again I can understand as a youngin. You feel me? As a younger person, I'm not young, but I'm not old either. I remember the scene from the movie when he was walking in the woods and ran into the Ku Klux Klan. Holy shit! What movie was that? I didn't know. I didn't know he was doing movies where he ran into the KKK, bro. What movie was that? We need to know. All right, I'm over here now. What's good, cut? You were gone, but now you've returned. You've returned from whence you were gone. And since you're here, we are doing arms. Dave Chappelle could hold his own in the presence of Richard Pryor. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. No, there's honestly there's very few comedians in my opinion that could share a stage with Dave Chappelle and not get like blown the fuck out. Like uh if Eddie Murphy was still doing stand up, he probably could. Eddie Murphy. Um you know what? Y'all remember that one special Chris Tucker did? That shit was actually funny. I've been waiting for another one. Like, where's he at? I want another Chris Tucker special. That Chris Tucker special was hilarious. I didn't know he was that funny. I never knew Chris Tucker was that funny, bro. He gave us one special and then left. He ain't never did no other shit. Bro, Eddie Murphy, I think Eddie Murphy just old, bro. Like, he old, man, you know. His prime was well before I was born. Eddie Murphy's prime was back in the 80s. You know, he had all his fun when he was young. He ever say like when I was little, he was doing like kids movies and stuff like Shrek and all that, and Daddy Daycare. I don't know if you ever seen that, but that's one of my childhood movies. I used to watch that a lot when I was a little kid. Daddy Daycare, good decent movie. It's pretty funny. Anyway, yeah, I remember Eddie Murphy from a lot more like childish things from like my childhood, but that's only because that was like the latter part of his career. Like he was pretty much done with all his super awesome mega shit by the time I came along. It was more on the wholesome side. I don't know, bro. And you know what? It's probably been a bit of a struggle for him since his brother died, because him and his brother was tight. Him and his brother were tight, and I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I don't even know how. I just know I wouldn't be doing all right if my brother died. You feel me? I would not be doing all right. Okay. Basically, you feel me? Like I'm pretty sure because he's rich, so they do a bunch of they do a bunch of shit on the side, right? You know, they got foundations and stuff, and I'm pretty sure he might even do some like mentoring things or stuff. Oh, what's up, Sly the Fox Art? Excited to see where people in Blender 3.1 can't hear at the moment anything but enjoying what. Wait, you can't hear? Is wait. Okay, everybody, right now, type a one in the chat if you can hear exactly what I'm saying. I really need y'all to hear this because if you can't hear, that might mean that something's wrong on my end. So like everybody, please type a one in the chat if you can hear me. Please, pretty please, do it right now. Please, 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 please. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you. Well, you just responded, so I'm assuming that means you can hear. The other viewers, I know 3 other people are here aside from the one that obviously can't hear, so 2 of you need to put ones in the chat. Cooperate, please. Okay, all right, sweet. Oh, you checked on Twitch. That smart man, smart man. Okay, all right, because that person's on Twitch. The different platforms are acting weird. Okay. Yeah, I don't give that much of a fuck about Twitch anyway. I just got that. I'll be real. I just got on Twitch so that I can have some extra places to put my streams or whatever. But like, I'm really on YouTube, and YouTube I think has the better equipment. So I don't know. Whoever is still on Twitch, if I were you, I would switch to the tube. That's just me. You might have it muted, Sly. Try checking your audio settings. You might have it muted. If you plugged in a different mic, or like if you plugged in a speaker recently, your sound could be coming out of your speaker as well. So check the or your your speaker, um, or your microphone even. If you plugged in a microphone recently, the sound could be coming from the microphone. So make sure you check your sound location indication manipulation settings, and you will be golden, my boy. You'll be golden like the goose, brother. You like geese, don't you? Don't you like geese? Don't you want to be golden like the goose? I just mean I have the stream muted at the moment on a call. Well, that explains everything. Please disregard every bit of banter that was just previously said. Anyway. D, you ever use Inkscape? What is Inkscape again? I don't, because I don't even remember what it is. Remind me what Inkscape is. I don't use it because I don't even remember what it is. If you could remind me, maybe I'll look into it one of these days. What that even is? Help a brother out. What even is? What that is? For maps? I don't know, brother. Brother, I don't know, brother. Brother man. Brother pal. Yeah. That's for D&D. Oh, Lord Dragon, right? Were you here when I said that this character we're sculpting is actually for D&D campaign that I'm going to be doing for work, or with my coworkers, not for work, but with my coworkers. Yeah. Origin 3D cursor. Object origin to 3D cursor. Okay. I might actually, because I don't think I'm necessarily gonna animate it. I might rig it for animation, but I might rig it just so that I can pose it any type of way I want to, and then print it. But yeah, uh, we have a 3D printer at work, so I very well might, to be honest with you. If we're just being real with each other. And yeah, there we go. Hands take a hot minute to do correctly. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hide everything real quick, and I'm going to do this as fast as possible. So I'm going to, this is the side of the hand, so we're going to do this, do that, and then we're going to Control 3 that, put some edge loops in here, bevel it, put some edge loops in there, bevel it. D, are you in Georgia? No, I'm in Michigan. So you from down south, huh, Kelly? Okay. I have a feeling that some of my family might be from down south because of how my mom and my aunt talk. Like you can definitely hear some southern in how they talk. And I know my mom and my aunt, they're not from the south, but I think somebody from like my grandma's side or my grandfather's side, they might be from the south because of how they talk. They talk like they're from the south sometimes. Like I bet you probably asked me. Oh no. Oh well, I bet you probably asked me. I was from Georgia because I sometimes I probably sound like I'm from down south. It's because of how my parents talk. Real stuff. So I'm thinking that has something to do with it. Thinking. I'm pondering. Doom, are you pondering what I'm pondering? Yes, but why would the darn thing be wandering? In your opinion, what's better for baking normal maps? Sculpting with multi-res modifier or sculpting them from a subdivided model? Um, well, to be honest, it depends. It really depends. Because like so for hard surface stuff, it's really better to make normal like to make like once you retopologize your mesh, um, make a cage and then bake your normals that way, or really bake everything that way. Um, but like as far as far as using multi-res definitely gets you accurate results because of how the normals are calculated. But as far as getting your other mesh maps, I'd probably explore other methods of I probably explore other methods simply because Blender's normal baking, like the thing is with multi-resolution modifier is that's not always the best solution for sculpting, right? Like in my opinion, you like so there's a process. You could the way I like to do it is I'll start doing what I've been doing, sculpting with just the remesh. And once I get the basic forms that I want, I'll go in and retopologize everything. And then for the final details, I'll go back into well, yeah, because after I've retopologized everything for the final details, I'll go sculpt it. I'll go sculpt some more, and when I'm doing that, that's when I'll add the multi-resolution modifier for the final details. But um, and even then, I would still probably retopologize it with like not retopologize, but I would probably still want to bake it with like a mesh cage or something because that is the best method for getting all of the detail in your bakes. Is using a mesh cage, and that's just from my personal experience. I poly model then sculpt. Never tried retopology. You should. You should. I'm gonna just be real. Retopology is the industry way to do it. And I know, like, people here like, oh, the industry standard, fuck all that. And I feel you. All right, I'm with. That's why I'm on Blender right now. Okay, so I'm with you on that. It's just people have workflows and like the you just have a lot more freedom in what you can create if you sculpt it first, retopologize it afterwards, add other details in a secondary sculpt, and then bake all your details. I'm telling you, like that. That's generally the way to go. That's generally the way to go. I'm just being real. Um, and then for this finger here, damn. Well, yeah. We moved decently fast today. We weren't. I wasn't. I don't feel like I was moving so slow, but I definitely wanted to at least be on the clothes by now. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. The speed will come. I just have to keep practicing. So that's all we're gonna do for the hands for right now, because um, there's other parts that we want to work on and put our focus onto. Just steal the hands off somewhere. See, man, I hate doing that. I hate stealing stuff, but also you're right. Also you're right. You're right. I need to just I need to utilize um I need to utilize like base messages a lot more. I've always felt like base make like using someone else's base match is cheating because I have the skills to make everything myself. Why don't I? But it's about time management. Yeah, it's I just I would just rather make it myself, man. Yeah, no, that's right. I should have been did that shit. I should have been did that. It's made one hand and then use it for everything. I do have some models that I keep in store. Like I have a model for an ear that I like to use, um, and I might have a hand. I don't know. I have to find it, but I might just make a I might just make a video about making separate body parts and putting them together for a base mesh, because that is definitely a part of sculpting is kit bashing stuff together. That is totally a valid method of character creation. I don't do it, and it's not even I'm making more work for myself than I need to. So I'm not being lazy. It's just I don't know. It's definitely more of a mental hookup than anything. Mental hang up. That's what it is. All right, so we got the hands, and we got 5 minutes before we have to start Q&A. So I'm going to refine my character proportions a bit more, and I'm also going to pull up the sheet. Hell, I got that advice from your sign tutorial, dude. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I probably did say that shit before. I, I'm gonna be real. I have no clue why I haven't made another hand and just been using that. I'm definitely going to after this. It's literally I've been focusing on trying to improve other aspects of my sculpting to the point where I totally have like left other things out. All right, so I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. You know, I totally got a lot to improve on. I'm still trying to improve on it, and making myself a some kit bash parts for my people would totally help going a long way towards that. So with this, what I'm gonna do with this is when this base mesh is done, I'm just gonna make this a base mesh for all my characters in the future, and then because I mean this guy's pretty decently proportioned out too. I mean the everything is looking decently okay, and if we uh, duplicate these heads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's about 7 heads tall. Yeah. He's like 7 heads and like a few centimeters tall. So I proportioned this motherfucker pretty well, and I so I'm probably gonna just use this for the future. Um, so you guys, you should feel honored that you're seeing the birth of what will become like a channel staple pretty soon. Y'all gonna see this guy and be like, "Oh, we're making another character." So I'm gonna do one for a girl too. So when I do a female character, I'm gonna do that. I need to do more female characters too because females are awesome. We need more female characters on my channel. I don't think we have any female characters on my channel right now, so we gotta change that. You talk about, so which Goku model? Because I did one from way, way, way back in the day, and then I did one a bit more recently, like a year or two ago. Um, and I need to actually put work into making that a better tutorial series. But it is free, so I don't know. I'm still debating on that, but that's the thing. I be putting in all this work for this this free stuff, and like it doesn't get many views. So that's why I switched mainly to streaming to make content recently because one, it's a bit more fun for me to sit here and talk to you guys and chat, and two, my regular videos. Maybe I'm just not good at making videos, but they don't get a lot of play, and it is a little disheartening. That Goku. Oh, yeah, no, I've already read that. I already read that. I do freelance. I haven't been advertising my services lately, but I do freelance. Um, absolutely. Making tutorials is really, really like not easy at all because there's so much planning that goes into it. Like the thing is, like if I really wanted to make tutorials like some of these other YouTubers, it would have to be my full-time job. It would, but I have a full-time job. Oh, from 1 year ago, yeah, that Goku model is pretty legit. I go, that Goku model is fairly legitimate. That's a pretty legit model. I'm actually a little proud of that. I'm actually a little proud of that model. It's one of my better Goku models. Okay, we have this character now. We're gonna start combining all these meshes. So what we can do is select everything, and then select the head last. So if anything has a modifier on it, apply it. All right. Yo, what's good? Oh, I know who you is. I know who you is. Hey, man, what's my son, man? From Discord. Hey, what up, buddy? What up, brother? It does feel like every tutorial is already made, doesn't it, bro? I really wish I was good sooner so that I could have gotten on the tutorial train faster. But I've been feeling like for so long that I wasn't even good enough. And now I am. Or at least I feel like I'm just about good enough, but still, they done already got to all the good shit, bro. What's good, Big Q? By Cubicle? Brother? Fam? Cuzzo? Wait, you're right. You know who I am already? Of course I do, bro. You have the same exact picture that you do on Discord. Bro, you don't even know the type of Sherlock Holmes genius I is. Okay? All right, my observational skills are actually over 9,000. if I had an observation stat, that shit would be well over 9,000, my guy. If you from Detroit, your observation stat got to be over 9,000, bro. If you from Detroit and your observation stat is low, bro, you will get got. You will get got. All right. And ain't nobody gonna be feeling bad that you been got, cause they know that your radar must have been off that day. You feel me? Oh, okay. KMS is Ruby Dingy. Well, shit. Well, that I didn't know. So there you go. What's up, Dingy? Nah, but all right, Q&A time. Ask away. Ask your questions. There's a Blender plugin for uncovering people's identity. Oh, heck yeah, there totally is. Yeah, all you got to do is go on Google, type in uncover this nigga's identity, and then a Blender add-on will pop up. You got to install the Git file. put it in the program and type in the sidebar here. You gotta type is find this dude, and it'll just find it for you, bro. Am I white? Nah. Nah. I am African American. Okay, I have melanin on my skin. I'm melanated. All right. When I go to the sun actually powers me like Superman. Okay. When other, let's say, less melanated people go into the sun, they get skin cancer. So, yeah, now. Anyway, getting a scale texture to work with the lighting boy shader. Right. I don't have a scale texture, but basically what you want to do is for any type of texture you want, you need to, and this is not UV unwrapped. I need to save it. Well, I need to finish doing some shit with this first, but I mean, like, what exactly are you trying to do? Because, like, you just apply the textures to the shader. Like, that's really all you do is just apply the textures to the shader. But give me 1 second because I wanna combine all these meshes real quick. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about. But it's really not that difficult. Blam blam. Control J, and then we hit scope mode and remesh. We're gonna actually do 0.01 this time, not 0.0. My fingers are moving too fast. Okay, haha. Bam! The magic. Now it's all one mesh, just like we need it to be. Very good. And then, no, we're gonna leave it like that. Ooh, ah, ee, ah, ooh, ah, ee, ah, ooh, ah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna combine everything but the hands. Haha. Yeah, let's get rid of these so that we don't fuck up the rest of the stuff. And then we can Control J that. And you bastard! You dastardly bastard! There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. J, scope mode, remesh, 0.01, remesh. Boom. Got it. I'm going to save this. Put it here. I'm going to make a character sculpt. You use a macro pad for shortcuts. I was thinking about buying one. Nope, all keyboard. Looks like welding. Hey, bro, do you get collision issues when you add a cape to a character? Like, I got this Darth Vader model, and the cape gets like weird when I use cloth physics. Let me address that in a little bit. As far as the Lightning Boy shader goes, I have to find a file that I can actually use that with. Give me 1 second. What is a decent character for that? I do have Son Goku. I might just want to show you how I put him on him. This is August 2022, so this is the most recent one that I've messed with. Okay, like that. Let's see here. Let's go to shading. Come on, baby. Load for a brother. There we go. Okay. So, let me open up shading. get out of this, go to the pants, turn back on this. Okay, so this is how I lay out, just show you full screen. This is how I lay out my Lightning Boy shader, okay? You have your material output, and then you have all your slots for the shader. And so the way I do it is, if I can kind of organize everything here. So I think I have no rank on, so I can just Control J this, make this a group. Control J this, make this a group. Make this a group. Okay. All right, so we have 3 groups here that primarily construct the shader. We have our AO and curvature map. We have the normal map, and then our color is dictated with these color slots here. If you have like a custom color, like a jacket or something that has a bunch of different colors on it, then you might you'll want to make your own separate color map and do some different stuff to it. But the way you apply your textures is just like this. So you have different. So with the Lightning Boy shader, you go to LBS nodes. You have all these different nodes here, and only certain nodes allow you to use normal maps. So if you go to the key light and hit H, you can see that the key light has the normal function in here. If you go to color, however, let me hide that. If you go to color, you'll see that you don't have a normal map here, so you can't plug any normals into here. So the way I set it up is I make my color map, I get a base color, and then I mix it with the combined. So I combine the curvature map and the ambient occlusion map. So if I go back here and I Control Shift click this, you can see this is the combined AO map with the curvature. Okay. I combine these and I basically blend them into my base color here. So this is my base color, and then this is the color for the key light. This is the color for the second light. This is the color for the third light, or yeah. So I'm pretty sure each light is its own like thing. Yeah, so each light is a separate tone. So that's how I made the different tones. You can see if I unplug this one, the specular goes away. If I unplug this one, the another set of lights go away, and then I unplug this one, and it's just the shadow. So it's like I'm building up the lights via layers. So this is the base layer with nothing but shadow. This is the second layer with the actual color of the pants. This is the third layer with some lighting for the pants, and then this is the fourth layer for the specular of the pants. And then this is just the ambient occlusion node to give it overall ambient occlusion. But that's how you plug in all your textures. And every time you have a key light that's going to be on the same type of texture as the other ones, just make sure you plug your normal maps into each key light, and there you go. I mean, that's how you apply any type of texture in here. So hope that answers your question. Because it doesn't matter if it scales or anything like that. If you have if you can mix your colors and all that and get your maps assorted, you can plug them in pretty easy. Let's see here. How to make an anaconda snake for sculpting. I can't necessarily give a full answer for that in less than 30 minutes, and we have other questions to get to. But you started off like any other sculpt. You know, you'd start off with your basic forms and build up to it. Did you ever cover building this shader effect in the Goku tutorial? I did, but there are part of streams. So you start watching the videos, and then um, once you're done with all the actual videos on the Goku thing, go to the streams, and the stream should have the rest of the information in there, I think. Let me pull up a different example. I don't necessarily want to save this. Could you bake this entire shader into a single image texture? No, I don't. No, I don't think that that's possible. I mean, you can bake different aspects of the shader into an image texture, but I don't know if you can necessarily bake the entire shader into an image texture. All right, so this is my character. I've shown you guys this guy before. I'm gonna go into the shading. Okay, so this setup is slightly different from the other one in the sense that I don't have to necessarily blend a bunch of colors together because I already have all the color that I need. Basically, um, this one I have a curvature that I use to blend certain things together. I have my normals, and then I have my actual. Yeah, so this is the diffuse. No, this is side. So this is the diffuse texture. So this is the actual like colored image, right? And so basically, I take this and I added the curvature on top of it, so that it's all a part of the one image. So I didn't have to do a bunch of like compositing on top. And I just mixed this with all the color information, and I plugged it in the normal map as well. I plugged the normal map into where every plug for the normal map goes, and I just layered all my effects on top of each other. And there you go. That's just kind of how that's how I constructed everything for this guy. So every texture in here pretty much uses the exact same method. Like these shoelaces, I'm actually really proud of this. These shoelaces, they're totally just an image texture. There's no actual shoelaces on there, but they look really good. Um, so yeah, I got this Darth Vader on the cake. It's getting weird. I feel like you said that. No, haha, I'm just reading the stuff again. I'm back. Had to make some mac and cheese and got a horrific burn. Oh man, you be messing yourself up, Ruby. You be messing yourself up so bad, bro. uh, so right, so the cake thing, right? Cloth physics. So what you want to do for cloth physics is you need to make sure that you have a couple of things in place. So for a cape, let's say this is your superhero. And then let's parent this. Well, let's actually make it empty. And we'll parent this to that. And then we'll parent this to that. And from here, we can subdivide this. I'm just going to shift R. And you can grab these here. And well, let's say we want it to have some type of indication that it's resting on the sphere, just to make a better example. Okay, something like this. All right, what you want to do, select all your edges here, create a vertex group, call this pinning, and then and also shade all this smooth. Go to your physics tab. So first you want to add a collision to this, and second you want to add cloth to this. And we can make sure we need to go to collisions. No, where's the pinning? We need to find pinning. Shape, pin group, pinning. And there we go. We want the stiffness to be 1. And then hit spacebar, see what happens. So we forgot to assign our pinning group. There we go. And so now, let's say you wanted to, I don't know, you just want to see how the cloth is moving to, you know, see what sort of adjustments you need to make. Well, you can move it around. And you see the cloth is glitching around. That's because there's no self-collision. So there's a few things you can do to help with collision, to help things not be so chaotic. First thing you can do is increase. So you see where it says thickness outer, you can just increase that to like 0.05 or something like that. Maybe even 0.08. For the cloth, you can go find where the collisions tab was and check self collisions. The quality of the collisions, you can turn this up to like 4, not 45. And you can maybe up the distance to like 0.05. And then hit play again, see? And now your cloth is gonna kind of, you see it's offset from the object a little bit. But that's all right because it's gonna help you when you start moving the cloth around. You see it's not, I mean, well, it wasn't glitching too bad, but now it is. So what you can do to further check it is add a keyframe and see how it, because the thing is that it depends on how fast the object is actually moving. That'll also determine the quality of the calculations. So let's move this over here. Should have turned this on. And then we'll move it faster in the different direction. So we'll move it over here. And then we'll move it faster in another direction. We'll move it front like this. And then we'll slow it back down. Move it up and out. And then we'll slow it back down again. And put it back. All right. And we'll end this at 69. Ha ha. Ha ha. right, so you see, your cloth isn't really freaking out as far as the animation goes. So there you go. I hope that fixed your issue, and also you can go in here, add a solidify modifier, give your cloth some thickness. There you go. Hope that helps. Yes, you can use weight paint to paint a group. Sorry for not answering that question. What you can do is go back to first frame, and you can go vertex mode, select your cape, weight paint, and you see we have our vertex group right here. So if we wanted to add some more, all you had to do, go to mix, and you can color some more weights in here, like so. And then when you hit play, it adjusts so that now it's taking into account the new weights. Absolutely. Absolutely. No problemo at all. Um, so that's the cloth and the lightning boy shader. Were there any other questions? Collision issues, mesh machine. Oh, what do I use mesh machine for? Right. I use mesh machine to make my life easier. That's the simple answer. A more complicated, more in-depth answer is that it makes modeling just so much faster and more feasible. So, um, how can I demonstrate this? How can I demonstrate this? Let's activate box cutter. I haven't activated that in a long time. Okay. Oh, Blender just crashed on your boy. That's crazy. I haven't used box cutter in so long, it straight crashed on it, brother. That's fine. It's whatever. Box cutter, don't crash on me again, please. Ooh, it did. Okay, I think they need to update box cutter because Blender just crashed twice in a row, and all I did was do some simple shit for box cutter. I need to check my preferences real quick and see if there's an update for this. Add-ons, box cutter. There should be a check for updates button, is there not? Show link. I'm gonna try it one more time, and then I'm gonna try a different example if it don't work. So all I have to do is hold control, and I should be able to click. Oh, yep. Okay. It's not working. It's not working. We're gonna have to use a different method. It's fine. But essentially, I use Mesh Machine because it gives you some modeling options that Blender doesn't normally have. So let's go in here, subdivide this, and let's say I'm modeling something. Oop, totally forgot to turn on the x-axis mirror. Oh goodness, all the work that I did. Now I gotta redo it. Actually, no, you don't. All you got to do is hit Alt X and move to the side, and there you go. It's mirrored. Mesh Machine can do a few other things, like what is it? What is the? That's decal machine. What is the mesh machine? So we don't want decal machine. Mesh machine. Here we go. So you can do a lot of things with the mesh machine here. So if you hit Y, hit wedge. So let's do this. Y, wedge. No, it's not working. Okay. I really only use it to do a few things. I'm gonna go watch some anime that you recommended. See. All right, Derubi, have a good one, bro. Thanks for joining, man. Chamfer. Here we go. So here's something you can do with Mesh Machine. You can chamfer. Um, and then I'm pretty sure you can do like other stuff with this. But I'm not too well versed in all the keyboard shortcuts involved in Mesh Machine. Honestly, I really only use Mesh Machine for shit like this. Like if I make a change on one side and I want it to be on the other side, I just Alt X that shit. That's really all I do with Mesh Machine. Because if I'm making something hard surface, I'll just use Box Cutter. Because Box Cutter has all the same things that Mesh Machine does. It's just labeled something else. Like this is hard ops. This is the hard ops menu right here. You know, it pretty much enables you to do the same shit. So you can get either hot ops or mesh machine. I like mesh machine because uh, you can you can mirror stuff in edit mode versus having to be in object mode, like Box Cutter. If it was working, so you could do stuff like this. You bring it out, do stuff like that. You know, you can get some really cool looking stuff. I have a what is this computer right here? I think this is I have a Omen, a HP Omen laptop with NVIDIA GeForce GTX i7. I think I got a 1660 in there. So it's not the best. You feel me? It's not the worst either. Okay, 2 minutes. Any last questions? Any other sort of quandary inquiries that I could solve for you guys before we go? Before we call it an evening? As usual, I just want to say thank everyone so much for showing up and joining me because as usual, I have a really fun time talking to you guys and yucking it up. You guys like when you guys show up and hang out and engage with me in chat, it really makes the experience a lot of fun. It really does, and so I really appreciate you guys with all of your support, especially you, Mr. Kelly, because all you do is show a brother love. You be donating, and I really appreciate you, brother. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm gonna stream on Saturday. I think that's what I said. Yeah, I'm gonna stream again on Saturday, and we're going to continue. So we have our base mesh for our D&D character. On Saturday, we're going to make the clothes and the muscles and stuff. We're gonna get to the interesting stuff. So I appreciate you guys for showing up. Again, post any if y'all if do we what's the consensus on the questions? Are we good? Are we good on questions? It is only 3 of you in here, so I'm just gonna say going once, going twice, and we're out of here. Well, I guess that's it then. Thank you guys so much, and you enjoy your evenings, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Peace. Peace out. Goodbye. Oh, wait a minute. How do you get a metallic look? It depends on what you're going for. It depends on if you're trying to do something stylized or if you're trying to do something photorealistic, because there's different ways to go about both of those. In my opinion, you really just want to if you're talking about texturing something, you want to texture it in Substance Painter and utilize the Oh, how do you get a metallic look on the lightning boy shader? It's about specular. It's about specular. All your maps like hard lighting and specular. Metallic objects. Uh, they have a lot of reflections and they have a lot of specular as far as like 2D goes. So um, focus on flat colors and highlights. Like, let me see here. Let me see if I can do this real quick. I'm gonna just do this real quick. Maybe I can. Maybe I can't. Who knows? I'm gonna go to shading. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna hit N, LBS, set up base scene, and then I'm going to get rid of this, add a lightning boy shader, plug this into that, and then going to up the levels, and then we're going to add a color, put that in 1. So this is our base color, and our base color is our shadows, really. Excuse me. So we got our base color, and then we need a key light. Plug this in here. And this can be like so. Can't be soft at all. Well, the softness is fine, I guess. Give it a 0.2 softness. Actually, I like that softness the way it was. And we'll call that all right. Okay. So, and it also, it can be hard to tell on these types of objects. They're not necessarily the most dense. So what we're gonna do is bevel these. And then subdivide them. I didn't know it was still in animation. Jesus. Look at solid view real quick, see what these are looking like. So you want to go through, well, I'm just doing this as an example, so don't even worry about what I'm doing right now. Okay, there we go. And then you want to get your, in fact, you might even want to just forego the key light, get yourself a, well, no, you definitely need a key light. Actually, you definitely need that. But you do want a specular. Let's see here. And you can use the specular or you can use another key light. It's really up to you. All right, so don't want softness, but we do need some range. Boom. That in and of itself makes stuff look more metallic right there. You see that specular? Like this, these surfaces aren't the most smooth. And it could also have something to do with the fact that these objects aren't UV unwrapped either. That could have something to do with it. So let me see if that'll help if I smart UV project it. No, it doesn't at all. Okay. What could help is if we did a weighted normal. No, even that doesn't help. That's fine. We'll show it on a different object. Make a sphere instead. And we'll just apply that same material. So look at this. Look at this sphere. To me, this looks like a metal sphere. Um, and the metalness of the sphere simply comes from the simplicity of the shading, right? It does metal only need you really only need a shadow, a light, and specular, and you got something metallic. Um, that's really all you need. And then you can change the offset of the specular light. Let's grab one of these lights here. Just give it a more interesting angle. And then the other things I like to do for the Lightning Boy shader, I like to add a uh, 2D rim light. Turn down the range. And I like to put the rim light on the opposite side of where my specular is. There we go. Because I find that it helps accent shaded areas a lot better. Like so. And something you can do with this key light is you can make it a bit softer and turn that down. There you go. And then let's see here. And then the last thing I like to do is I like to go in here, add a solidify modifier. I'm going to make a new material, make it, I'm going to get rid of this, add a emission shader. Color it black. Go to the material slot, go to the solidify, go to normals, flip them, materials, offset it, and in the materials here, we also need backface culling, I believe. That should do it. There we go. And then go back into the materials here. We need blend mode to be alpha clip. Turn the clip threshold. We definitely need backface culling on. I flipped the normals. Don't you just love it when stuff doesn't go exactly how you think it'll go? I've been doing this for so long, it should be second nature to me, and yet I am I'm struggling here. Um, Backface calling, show backface, opaque, off clip. Should it be hashed? I don't think it should be hashed. Ugh, I hate this. Because it should just be working. Um, Let me see here. I hate this is happening right now on stream. Usually everything I do just works. Is that it? No, that is not it at all. We did this right. Which it's just there's a setting in here that I think I'm just missing that is preventing um, the detail from looking right in here. I don't think it has anything to do with the shadow. What just happened? Why did it fix itself? You know what? I don't know what happened, but it worked. So I changed this to so alpha hash. That's what it was. Wait, alpha blend. So this is opaque. Why does it look like this now? What happened? What did change? Yo, I don't even know what I just changed. I I guess it was just being an asshole to me for some reason. Well, it worked out. There was never a problem because uh it works. And it was the way that I had it before I changed anything. So I guess there was never a problem. That's how you do it. This is a you could totally pass this as a metal ball of some kind. It's real again. It's about the specular, and you can have a bunch of maps in here, but this is. I mean, oh, and also. You can do. I think there's another thing that you can do to really sell it, and where is it? Solidify, specular, virtual sun, mat cap. This right here, my guys. Now, you want to talk about metal? That is metal. All right. You want some metal in your life? Get yourself some mat cap and throw a metal thing on there. I don't even know if we need the rim light like that anymore. That's some pretty solid metal. There you go. Just turn the range down a little bit. Home on the range. Yeah, and you can experiment with the mat caps. So they have different mat caps in here. You got metallic. Well, I guess I'm wrong. You can make your import custom mat caps. Yeah. But yeah, they have a metallic mat cap, I guess, specifically for making stuff look like metal. And yeah, that should be it. You get all this stuff looking good. Um, and and also see what it looks like if you turn certain things off. Maybe you could forego like that key light. We probably don't even need that shit. We could probably just stick with the specular. And then we can keep the 2D rim light. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's metal all day. So, hope that helps. That is the last question I will be taking for today. My guys, my people. It's been fun. Like I said, thank you so much for watching me, listening to me rant, rave, and ramble. I will catch you guys on Saturday with a whole new tutorial or a whole new stream with whole new sculpting techniques and super awesome fly shit that you'll never find anywhere other than me. Love you guys. Peace out. Have a good evening.